Rams and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes that actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
Run.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
3-19.
Shotgun snap as they look to throw. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Tight end's right. All right, here we go.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense.
Crash.
And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. Taken at the 37. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So good field position for the Rams as they come on 1st and 10.
Gun! Four down.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Detroit! All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
Detroit!
To throw again. Goodman. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Was trying to extend the life of that play, wasn't he? Got out of the pocket, ended up scrambling off to his left, trying to find anyone open downfield to try and make a big-time play.
Thought he had an opening there for a second.
All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Open man is Westbrook. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
That Q
They
stuff
give him
ain't
a
working.
gain of 38.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse.
All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
For a first down.
All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. A dump off to Elliott. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive.
57 to Mike.
Looking to throw on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
There we go, defense. That's
The
a
beauty of
stop.
being
That's
able
a
to play
stop.
zone defense when you can sit
There we
back
go.
and
That's a
see
one,
the
that's a-
ball coming out of the quarterback's hands. Guess what? Creates a lot of confusion. Kind of a muddle
Gun,
in the middle of
gun!
the field.
Gun,
where you
gun!
go make a play on the football.
Check, Mike 57. Mike 57.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
From the gun on third down. Goodman. That's caught. And he's
making a long day.
for a Rams touchdown. As his guys are in for 6.
gonna be a long
And
day.
the Rams are going to take a first quarter lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think that's in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battles.
Detroit! Detroit!
What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball
Four
at least
down,
a few
four down.
times.
Here we go!
And hopefully take the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. Looking for here. And he finds a man with a crossing
got?
route. And he'll be taken down, but
Way
not
to go,
before
guys.
they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense,
Double
find
right.
the holes where guys are available and
Four
put
down,
the ball
four
on the
down.
receiver.
Here we go
before
now.
Any defender.
Crossing route. And good penetration
Go,
here.
go,
He'll
hey,
get
run
this
it,
down
run.
only to about the 49-yard line.
Boy.
For Johnson, the numbers for his performance from last week, 20 carries, 62 yards.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit.
Here we go now! 3-19!
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jordan Willis in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn
Now
loose
let's
to try and
go.
get to the guy who's going to throw the
3-19.
football. The tackles usually more of the run stuff and variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. And he'll punt it away from the side. Punt 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Taking it about the 16. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the
Detroit!
road team, going up
Detroit!
the score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their
Gun,
opponents.
gun! Gun, gun!
On first down, Goodman. And he fires one that's intercepted. Ripped off near the 42. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their
Nice
zone
pick, nice
schemes.
pick.
And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Here we go now! Green, 39!
Johnson. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Great job, DJ.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping,
That's what I'm talking
this big
about, baby.
defensive lineman
Woo,
will take the
defense,
bait
let's
and
go.
move
Let's
laterally.
go.
Hurry up, here we go!
And open up a
Blue
crease that they
90.
can run through.
Blue
Didn't happen on
90.
that play.
to throw. Incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. That's what we call exchange, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. One play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did, but there's still a place for it. And I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to want to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break.
Detroit! Detroit!
Shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. He left side and he's got a man. It's Garner. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They were crossing route offensively, but the defense, so you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion. And I like the discipline they show to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant. And it's 3rd down.
Love his pocket awareness, able to slip out of the sack. But once you take your eyes off the receivers, once your eyes come down and you see the rush, hard to get back downfield and find an open target. Fortunate, that one just wound up as making big plays.
Third down. Goodman. Looking left side, and it's complete.
Yeah, baby.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to at important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a first down.
Flushed out right. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun!
From the gun, Goodman. Eluding the pressure right. get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5.
I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Oh, yeah.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action, throw the ball, commit to the run.
Back live now to begin the 2nd quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
5 down. Stand up in. No. Off.
And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1.
Hot.
Ezekiel Elliott unable to punch it in.
Run,
and
go!
the Bucs defense, they'll celebrate the goal line stand.
Yeah!
And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive
Set.
coordinator.
Green 39.
He dialed up a
Green
great
39.
and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing
Here we go
and
now.
run fits.
Blue
And makes
line it.
creases like they were able
Blue
to
line
exploit.
Second down. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10.
That's it,
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good
Here
run
we go
blitz
now.
a good
Blue
run blitz?
line
The
it.
ability to stay
Blue
on task.
line it.
Follow the assignment. You're supposed to cover and not be deterred by anything else.
Now a 3rd down throw that misses the target, incomplete. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but for the other guys. They're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
This is fielded at the 27. Very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. The Rams offense now making the
All right,
way
now, lucky
out to
56,
take over.
lucky
And
56.
last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get
All right,
it.
now, lucky
they've gotta put
56,
that behind
lucky
and try to put
56.
together another drive.
And tip of the cap and nodded the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got his last.
And he's going to be great and pulled down.
Leopard.
The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
I'm going to hit you all day.
Watch you now, Barney. Detroit.
58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Watch the motion.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
Day, baby.
A big play there for L.A. And even 40 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there?
Over.
A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Gun.
Throwing on 1st down. Goodman. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback. And
Gun,
then he delivers the
gun!
ball.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
58's Mike.
Detroit! Detroit!
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to...
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Alert flare! Alert flare!
Second and 10. Under pressure and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
We call that a sack flush.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo
Detroit!
is a very,
Detroit!
very fickle man.
Hey!
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Detroit! Detroit!
I got you, punk. 58, boys, 58.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Throwing on 3rd and long. Goodman. Left side complete. That's Elliott. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Woo! I know you feel that.
Over! Detroit! Detroit!
58's the Mike.
On 4th down. Goodman.
Let's go. Right here.
Inside the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Motion.
Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
Well, the field goal attempt was
No,
well in hand. They
check,
had that,
Patriot,
but they decided
Patriot!
to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to their nose in it. Now Elliott, and he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. Solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency
Now
has
let's
to
go!
take over for the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for
All right, here we go.
Get at
Blue
least 2
90.
first downs.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Set! 319! 319!
Over the middle, it's Woods. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
That's certainly bringing down a distance. Take it if you want underneath, by all means.
Let's get it.
12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, what are you going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Over!
And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away.
Here we go.
The
Check and
wise
look.
move there. Looked like
Check
nobody
the call,
open.
check the
Now
call.
second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried.
Detroit! Detroit!
Had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
58, right over there.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
In your face.
Throwing again. Goodness.
You.
Looking long for Westbrook. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. A 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Gun!
Bring it!
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
58's the mic. 58's the mic.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Watch the out. Watch the out. Tight dog. Tight dog. Tight dog. Sponge. 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 No, no, no.
On 3rd down. Goodman. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He got 29 yards that time. Tampa after this timeout. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you across state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats
right, now,
and
lucky
all the
56,
scores from
lucky
games going on
56.
during another busy Sunday in the National
All right, now,
Football
lucky
League.
56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
It's just
On first down, Goodman.
check. Crunch.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Move. Move. Move.
This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
Backfield.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Long day.
Over!
Just too good to play as he wants to throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he
Leopard!
goes.
Leopard!
Leonard Williams. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
58's the mic.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Goodman. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
4 down, 4 down.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that
Leopard!
very often. I mean, there
Leopard!
it is, wide open, got the shot.
Gun,
They
gun!
talk about
Gun, gun!
he'll want that one back all the
Detroit!
time. He definitely
Detroit!
wants that one back.
Over! Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
To throw it in. Goodman. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Leopard!
The Rams
Leopard!
on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Kill.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Looking to throw. Goodman. It's going to be caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown,
what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
In for the score. And the Rams add on to their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team amazing cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. We get a glance at Duke Johnson as he heads back out onto the field. He's just been looking for some space. You know, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in
Here
with
we
a
go
plan
now.
themselves.
Blue
So I
Niners.
think now you try to mix things up a little bit. Get it on the hands of some other people.
He's going to be hit and driven.
That's how we do it.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Single, single.
Hurry up, here we go. 319.
They look to throw.
319.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Watch Mike.
It's been
Watch
my
Mike.
observation there's been a nice
Outside
variety of
coming,
play calling
outside coming.
defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a
tight,
defense
too
off
tight.
balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Hurry up,
I
here we
think
go.
you're right. They seem to have gone
319.
up to the second half. Right time to change things.
Clear, clear.
And he'll get it
Gun,
out near
gun.
the 40 to the
Gun,
39.
gun.
They'll wind up with 17 on that, but they're still really short here for 4. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout as they'll stop with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. As the Buccaneers corner now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And this will be taken at the 13. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes.
All right, now,
steady
lucky
goes the
56,
offense.
lucky
But you know what
56.
else is happening, too, because they
57
are a
Mike.
team that recognizes the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right?
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Good
Get
job.
a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme
All right,
in this
now, lucky
first half.
56,
This is
lucky
2nd and
56.
long.
We got 4.
All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56. Over, 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 over. Gun, 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 gun. Gun.
Waiting for the gun. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Detroit, Detroit.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Let's go. Who do you want? Who do you want? Who do you want?
No long call here. They'll look to throw instead. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando, there standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey.
Well, I know we hold off on the halftime update after all. Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys.
Hey. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Come on. Go.
That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for second down.
Gun!
Tight. Double tight. 4 down.
Watch him now, Barney!
Second down. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line.
Leopard!
He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Baby. Get him, boys.
Gun!
Mike. Go 58 to Mike.
Watch him now, Barney!
Here we go, D. All day. Defense. All day.
Action. Goodman.
Dash,
He couldn't hang on to it
now.
through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Tight ends on the Ringo.
Gun!
Check motion.
They're going to try and throw. Going up top. It got his man. Complete. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
And they pick up the first down on a 4th down play. I don't know if the defense relaxed because they thought maybe they'd stopped them on 3rd down, or if they just didn't protect the Sticks very well. But, boy, that's a big-time pickup right there.
Hurry up, here we go! 319! Detroit!
57. Mike, 57.
Gun!
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
That's
and he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync.
Detroit!
Communication. And as he dragged across
All right,
each
here we
zone,
go. Green 39! Green 39!
They passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice
All right, now,
play,
lucky
even though it was
56!
complete.
Lucky 56!
57's a Mike. 57's a Mike.
To throw on 2nd down. Goodman escaping the pressure right. That's caught inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside. And he just showed
All right, here we go. 319! 319! Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
First down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Gun! 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 I'm coming! Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! Detroit! He's coming! Double up! All right, now, Lucky 56! Lucky 56!
The play fake. Goodman. He rifles one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. He stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a return.
So you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, line it.
Wide open receiver complete.
Oh,
and he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
They continue to do
Heavy rush and down he goes.
Crash!
We've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game.
Now let's go.
Quarter. A little bit longer as this one goes. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line.
Run!
They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file
Set.
away what they just saw
Green,
from the defense
39.
right there. They
Green,
sold out to stop that
39.
running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Play action here one more time.
Back to throw. Hook up here. It's Woods. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep it short first. This will be fielded at the 17. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Motion, motion!
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape it. goes down.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Come on. Oh, come on. Let's
The
go.
amount of
Let's
sacks
go.
that they've absorbed in this game is
Let's
absolutely
go.
extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot
Watch that
handle
in.
this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Four down. Watch twist.
All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Motion.
Detroit!
Looking to throw on second down. Goodman. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. He's third down.
Gun!
Check.
Gun! Watch him now, Barney!
Ship.
Undercrunch!
Gun!
Throwing on third and long. Goodman. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on fourth down. Let's see what's in store here.
Detroit!
And with a play clock, and as the two teams talking over on the sidelines, we take a break. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears
Watch him now, Barney!
on fourth.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Detroit! Gun!
Motion.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 20. Now in Tampa. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the fourth quarter. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Gun!
First down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion, second and 10 from the 22.
Check 99.
Back to the air on second down. Goodman. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away
Let's go!
Yeah,
Blue 90!
score game, though.
Blue 90!
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Blitz.
He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for second down.
That's it.
Hurry up, here we go! Green 39!
He'll look to throw. His throw
Here they come.
incomplete.
Hot.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being
Set.
hurried.
Green
He got rid of
39.
it before taking
Green.
it. Incomplete.
Crash.
Go Charlton in there to drop him
They're coming.
for
They're
his
coming.
5th sack of the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback no matter the situation. In this case, though, he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk it. Call it a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because this defense has to be shaking a little bit. And here's one. It's the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
That one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball. 7 to 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you whop.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, LA! A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Rams add on to their lead. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finally, a good target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching down pass. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk.
Now let's go!
The field,
Blue
not
90!
really move the ball
Blue
well.
90!
As you get to the red zone, let alone not even put points on the board. You got to take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
I know.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Here on first down. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes
tight end.
like that.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now he'll make the throw here on 2nd and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
Baby.
Now let's go. Green 39.
Set up to throw. He's got a man. It's Williams.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Near midfield at the 49. The 13 yards that time of the first.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive
Green
back.
39.
And that makes it really tough to defend. Yardage picked up there.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And now it's 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
They feel good about what's happening.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown.
Watch Mike.
Tampa
Watch Mike.
Bay.
Outside coming. Outside
Keenan
coming.
Allen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective,
All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Detroit! Four down. Gun!
Throwing on first down. Goodman. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Again on 2nd and 10. Goodman. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed.
Good job.
Wow. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but in today's NFL, I wouldn't want to play defense. Too many great receivers and guys who are accurate, who can get them the ball. We've seen the result. Days like this one.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And after the slow start, the numbers show he has really straightened things out. How often sometimes is that you come into a game and the defense is game planned a little differently than you expected?
More often than maybe people realize.
All right, here we go.
Adjustments
Green 39.
are often a big part of
Green
each and every
39.
game, and it's not just getting to halftime. It's series to series. And hang in there when there's a little adversity early and see them able to flip it around.
Come on now.
It's kind of gratifying for a team to watch, especially for a coach.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Single.
What a difference a week makes. Last
Here
week
we go
he hit
now.
over
319.
80% of his passes. This week,
319.
I think we're usually going to drop. If someone's over 80%, hold that number, not in this league, but a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing. I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there, and if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from it a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like he'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackle. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just leave the game out.
They'll set up the throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes there and tries to knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That's a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of his stuff.
17 yards on the pickup there and also a first down.
Detroit!
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision.
Here we go
and
now.
Receivers
Green
love them
39.
as well because they're getting the
Green
ball on the
39.
move and they can try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
They got a man wide open, complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone.
All right, here we go. Green 39.
And that's when they get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole and make the catch. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal.
I got him.
Now let's go. Blue 90.
Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. Third and goal.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Here we go now. 319. 319.
His pass caught at the 4.
Yeah, baby.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, you know, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit.
Right there, the fake worked out perfectly. The holder took the ball and found his man. Field goal. Love it.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal number.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
I'm still going to see that number is empirical.
Watch you now, Barney.
I'm here all day.
First and 10. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Would have been a great
all right, now,
play
lucky
if he'd been
56.
able to hold
Lucky
that one in.
56. Detroit! Gun!
57's Mike.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch you now, Barney.
He's checking. Crash.
Alert 3.
Goodman.
I got motion.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Watch you now, Barney.
Check.
Gun!
Wide. Get wide.
Back's mine.
57's the
Back to throw.
exit.
Complete to Grant. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If
Now let's
things
go.
wrong,
319.
you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball.
Watch you
I've
now,
seen
Barney.
guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Now it looks like they're thrown here. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there.
Come on, QB, come on. Slam, slam, slam.
And this is going to be intercepted. With great anticipation and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed or the showing things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout. Their second. That'll leave them with just one remaining.
Green, 39!
Tight left.
Now the Bucs use the first of their timeouts as they get to stop it with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Need something from deep in the bag and tricks here after first and
here we go.
second down.
Green, 39!
It's third and
Green, 39!
And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters, and this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
This is taken at the 18. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
And the Rams now coming out on the field. They have the big cushion here in the final stages of this one. I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team
All right,
to go
now,
on the
lucky
road and win
56,
in the NFL,
lucky 56.
that's huge to begin with. And just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there,
Detroit!
right? Interception before, almost had one
Watch
here.
it now, Barney,
He's got to start
Barney!
taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there.
Gun!
57's Mike. Mike 57.
Back to the air on second down. Goodman. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
4 down, 4 down.
Goodman. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got it at the 15. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, Goodman. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you lose in the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Let's go.
In for the score. And the Rams Rams add on to their lead.
Hey!
I tell you,
Way to
Charles,
go!
you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points from me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. It's just new.
Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Tight right, tight right.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10.
Keep the tight end.
Here we go now. 319.
And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Try and get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
All right, here we go. Green 30.
Drop to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Gun, 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 gun.
We got 4. We got 4.
He's going to rifle one, and this is caught inside the 5.
Touchdown!
Touchdown, L.A. As his guys are in for 6. And thanks to the interception, the Rams offense cashes in for 6.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because I'm happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings there.